Hello everybody, and welcome back to some All the Mods 9 to the Sky. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together, and we went and killed the Chaos Dragon, and took forever. But we got our Dragon Soul taken care of. We've got one piece left to do this. And all we need is a little bit of blood magic. So we're going to kind of speed run some blood magic today. Hey, we've already got our basic blood altar. If we go in here to our blood magic quest, in order to get to the acceleration runes, we've got to get to the demonic, which is tier 4. It's going to be some work, but it's alright. We can do this. So, but first things, we need to make some slates. And then we're going to have to make some blank runes. So we're going to need at least 10 to do this. And in order to make these, we need any kind of stone and 1,000 LP. We've got all that. Let's make us a chest. Let's make us... We're going to partially... automate this. I mean, we're not going to do a bunch, so it doesn't do us a whole lot, but it just makes it easier for some of this stuff. If I can just, like this, we can get our stone. Actually, that's not just what I wanted to do. If I get 10 stone, I think I can put... Can I put all 10 of them in there? No, I can't put all 10 of them in there. So, and this is one of the reasons why we're going to... This is annoying. I'm sure it is for you all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should put all of them in there. And once it turns, we can... I need my time in a bottle. We can speed this up. Don't need that there. We can get this here. And there we go. We've got slates. That quest is complete. That gives us some gold. And for the star quest, that's going to give us 2 more blank slates. That's fine. But we do need to make... our blank stones. This will let's break that. There we go. And now we've got a tier 2 blood altar. It is not going to show it. I really don't want to go through all of this. I may have to. Blood magic upgrading. We have our tier 2 that give us some soul snares. We're ready to move on to our reinforced slates. Now we can make the... this guy here. This is our book for blood altars. It talks about the soul network. It talks about rituals. We're not going to get into all of that. I am going to fill this guy back up. We need to make our next tier blood orb, which is a block of redstone and 5,000 LP, which we've got enough in there. There's that. We can put our time torch back down here. And so I was hoping, I made the soul stone and put that there, and I was hoping that that would help us. That's not even the one that we need. It's not the soul stone, I don't think. Project E, it is hunger, heals nearby players. Yeah, that is the one we need. Okay. Alright, so I made a handful of runes. We can go ahead and upgrade these. To get our reinforced. And we're going to need these for... Actually, we're not really going to need them. Oh, yeah, self-sacrifice. That's what I want to make. So, blood magic. We want rune of self-sacrifice. I need to make a handful more of the blank runes. We are going to need how many for, let's go back. Blood altars. That's not what I want. That's 8. Tier 3 has 28 total. So we need 20. So let's make 20. That's 21. That'll work. And then I want to make... We're going to have to get a lot more of those. But we'll see where we are at with that. We should be able to click on this. Do that. And then we should be able to take our runes. That's not what I wanted. Let's do that. Our blank runes. We want that. We don't need the one in the corner. And then we can use any stone and then any lighted block. So let's get that. We can put them in the sides. That is fine. It won't affect anything. That, and then I need some glowstone. There we go. We now have a tier 3 altar, and I'm getting 300 for each of these now, each sacrifice thing, instead of what I was getting before. So this will fill up for us a lot quicker, and we can move on about our business. We are going to need, it's all I'm gotten, blood magic stuff. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. It's just, oh. demonic wheel, snares, rune of sacrifice. That doesn't do us any good, but it does give us a quest. A blank slate is nice, because we're not doing all that. But we do need some runes of capacity, which means we need to make our next tier slate, because we need to upgrade this to at least, if we come over here for the demonic slate, we need at least 15,000 to be able to hold 15,000 LP in here. So that is what we are going to work on next. We need our next, well, the next tier blood orb takes 25,000. So we've got to make the slates first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not what I wanted. Those can go in there. We can speedy that up. This can be sped up with speed runes. We're going to have to make some of those anyways in order to complete everything. That can go up. So the imbued slate is 5,000. So we can do 2 at a time now. I love the fact that we can do this all the way, fill it up, and not have to worry about anything. There we go, imbued slate done. That give us another imbued slate, so we should be able to do 3 runes of capacity. Rune of sapphire, rune. We're going to need a bunch of buckets. 2, and now I'm short a few runes. Let's try this with 3 and see what we get. And we can put these anywhere in here. That's enough to get us our slates, but it's not enough to get us our blood orb. I can probably get the blood orb with how fast we can do this, but we'll at least try it out. So gold. That can go up. The glowstone can go up. We got to let a little bit of it. It's got somewhat of an internal inventory on it. It's not very much. There we go. And I should be able to do this. And then stand here and keep up with this enough for it to change. And we won't have to do anything else with this. We can just worry about getting to the next tier. So I will be back. We were able to do that without having to complete all that. So that's complete. The blood orb's complete. We can now work our way to the next tier, which I need a total of 28. So we're going to need at least 20 more. Beautiful. That's taken care of. That's taken care of. We should now have, what is this locked behind? Weak blood shard and imbued slate. We don't have weak blood shards. Shoot. We are going to have to get into the other stuff that I didn't want to get into. I need my sanguine santium because we're going to need blood bricks for this. Dang it. Alright, so to progress further, we're going to need to get us some tau fruit. And in order to get us some tau fruit, we're going to have to go to one of the demon realms, the hidden realm. So that is what we are going to work on doing. We've got to work on our rituals. And in order to do that, we're going to need ritual stones, which is reinforced slates. We need 4 for 4. We're going to need a total of 40. 36 for the actual ritual, and then 4 for the master ritual stone. The ritual diviner is pretty self-explanatory. We just have to make the different tools. We need water, air, earth, and fire, and all of these are just gas tier, magma cream, lapis, earth, or not earth, obsidian. We can do all that. It's just going to take me a minute to get all this stuff crafted up, and I've got to start with some more slates. So that is where I'm at. Alright, so for our activation crystal, we need, or for the weak activation crystal, we need a lava crystal, which was just some lava buckets or blood orb. Pretty easy stuff. And there we go. We've got that. I've made our rituals. We've got all of that stuff ready to go. All we need now is our ritual diviner, and which, like I said, we need lapis. We need a gas tier. We already did that one. We need a magma cream, and then we need a piece of obsidian. This is all pretty easy stuff. If I've got everything, which I should have access to everything we need. We've got a gas tier. I know we've got obsidian because I've got it right there. That, and then a lapis block. Beautiful. This won't take long to do because they're quick and easy. I really hope that this is not too loud for you all. There's that one. And one more. And there we go. We should now be able to make our ritual diviner. And with this guy, we should be able to, we right click and we can find the ritual that we need. Edge of the Hidden Realm, I believe, is the one that we need. Dungeon keys, I really hope we don't have to make those, because then that gets into the wheel stuff, and that's what I'm hoping to not have to do. We shall see. So we do need to get 80,000 LP inside of our blood orb, and right now I have no idea. We need to make a sigil, seer sigil. Oh, alright, we're going to have to do all this. No, it's a divination sigil is what I need. This guy here. This should tell me what I need. We are going to have to make the arcane ashes and make the... I need one blank slate. And I just need some planks. Everything else will... nope, that guy. Alright, so... alchemy table. There we go. We can place this guy. It can go right here. It won't necessarily be in the way. And to make our arcane ash... That's not what I wanted. I want this right here. We're going to need 500 LP, which is good enough. Gunpowder, dye, redstone, and coal. So, gunpowder. Redstone. White dye, and I do have a piece of charcoal already. So we can throw all of those in there. We are missing the blood orb. That's got it. There is our arcane ashes. And now we can make our divination sigil, which we're going to need a blank slate and another piece of redstone. Redstone, acetone, and so we should be able to right click with this. Give it the redstone, give it the slate. And with that, it tells us I have 500 LP. Now we've got 2,500. I've got to get us up to 80,000 to be able to do this. So this is going to take a minute. Alright, so we've got our 80,000. So we should be able to come back here. Place down our matchable ritual stone. And there shouldn't be nothing in the way here. Just right click on it. It will automatically place the runes that we need. Looks like everything is done. And then we right click on it. There we go. And boom. We have what we need. Alright. Let us go. Right click on that. That gives us some dungeon keys. We can start going through this thing. And I'm really not worried about anything we're going to find in here. We'll take some wheel in case I'm going to need it. But right now, I'm looking for tau fruit. Like that right there. But that's not going to help us none. Let's get a trash can. I don't need the spawner or any of that. Right now we are just looking. That's a lot of it. It would be nice if we could find some. What book did we get? We got a painting. I didn't want the painting. So basically you go through here, you clean out chest. You find dungeon keys. If you can't find dungeon keys, you can always craft them. But like I said, I think we've gotten enough. I'm not worried about any of that. I have safe mode on. And as you can see, it's just outside. But you can go outside. But it does you no good, because until you actually click on a door, it will not generate the next room. So there's no cheating through it. I mean, outside of... I was hoping for some of these that were already done. Well, it's alright. We got a few. Let's go back home and see if we can do what we need to do. So in order to do this, let us get a hoe. I don't want a 5x5 hoe. Let's get rid of all this. We're going to need some cobblestone walls just to fence one of these guys in. Don't give me a hard time. Beautiful. And we can hoe this. I'm going to need a place for water. Let's go down here. And grab us a water bucket. That's not what I wanted. I wanted one of the towel fruits. Should be able to plant that. Grow it. We're going to need another critter, I guess. I don't have... There we go. We got 4. We're going to need... That should do it. Alright, so the next part of this is we're going to have to make our alchemical reaction chamber. This shouldn't be too bad to do. There we go. And now we're going to need this guy right here. And this is where this is going to suck. We need at least 350 wheel. And I don't think we've got that much. 25, 22... 5 and 5, yeah, we're gonna have to do some work. Dang it. Well, I tell you what, I think that's where we're going to leave this then. We will come back next episode, and we will take on doing our Hellfire Forge. We should be able to just do the Petty Tartaric Gem. Nope, that holds 64. We're going to need to do at least... 256. We're going to have to go all the way to the common in order to do this, which means I'm going to have to kill a bunch of stuff. Yay. So, let's go ahead and complete. Let's see what we get from our quest. This storage controller doesn't do us a whole lot of good. Soul snare. Blank slate. Rune of capacity. That gives us a dungeon key and another demon wheel. Another blank slate. Some XP. And a blank rune. So that is... Okay. So all the wheel that it's given us inside of there is just... I got too much stuff in my inventory. All that can go away, that can go away. That can go away, that can go away. That can go away for now, so can that, so can that. Alright. So, I still got a quest. Pylons. Oh. Sure. Anyways, we are going to have to get into wheels. And like I said, I'd hoped that we weren't going to have to do that, but it looks like we're going to have to. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.